Hole number 10. The back nine starts off with a long par 5, which has a dog leg right up to an uphill green. The fairway has trees stretching down both sides from tee to green. The trees on the left are widely spaced, and there's sometimes a chance to advance the ball down the fairway through the trees. There's a small drainage ditch along part of the right side of the fairway. Any ball to the right of that will be very difficult to advance forward. Use an extra club for your approach shot due to the rise in elevation to the green.
Oh, that's better, yeah.
The green is large and slopes from back to front. Hole 11. This par 3 has trees to the left and right near the front of the green, which can come into play depending on the placement of the pin. There are 2 sand traps, one in front and one behind the green. The trap in front is quite deep and can present you with a difficult shot to the pin. This is a long green which slopes both left to right and back to front with many settled breaks. To the back right of the green there's a steep bank which slopes down to the 10th fairway. Any shot from there makes shooting par on this hole extremely difficult. Hole number 12. Shooting par on this short par 4 can be a challenge. The fairway slopes right to left and there are trees all along the right hand side, some of which are right on the edge of the fairway. There's a large rock-walled pond which guards the left side of the green and extends out onto the fairway. The pond can easily be driven, making it important to choose the right club on the tee. A blue pin can be tucked into a narrow area behind the pond, giving you a chance of whether to risk a shot to the pin or playing safely to the center of the green. There are 3 traps around the steeply sloped green, and out of bounds is just a few yards behind the green. Hole number 13.
Yeah, it's just basically, yeah.
The par 5 13th hole is a dogleg left. And in the landing area has 2 large fir trees through which you have to shoot. Once past the trees, your choice is to play to the level part of the fairway above the green to the left, or to shoot at the green, risking ending up partway down the steep slope in the rough or in the valley below the green. Any shot over the green will end up costing you 2 or 3 strokes. There is no forgiveness in the thick undergrowth in the trees behind the green or down the slope to the 10th fairway to the right of the green. The green slopes steeply back to left, to front right, and stopping your putt near the hole can be very difficult.
Denied.
Oh, very good.
Hole number 14. The par 3 14th hole has a large green which can be difficult to hit. There are traps in front to the left and right, and trees on both sides of the green. 2 large fir trees on the right side of the green can interfere with any shot at a pin on the right. The green is relatively flat but has very many subtle breaks. It's best to plot your line and speed carefully to avoid 3-putting this green. Par is a good score. On
There
this
we
hole.
go.
Hole number 15. Teeing off on the 15th hole can be intimidating. There's a very large fir tree about 30 yards in front of the tee box. It does not come into play as much from the greens or the golds, but is directly in front of the black tees. From the blacks, you can shoot to the left or right of the tree, but your tee shot must bend around the tree to be in a good position for your next shot. There's out of bounds all along the left side of the fairway, and there are 3 trees in the fairway halfway to the green. Care must be taken to avoid these large trees in order to allow a clear shot to the green, which slopes back to front. Subtle breaks can make putting on this green a challenge.
That's worse than mine.
Hole number 16. This short par 3 is a great hole with a view from the green to the ocean. There are trees hugging the fairway on the left side from tee to green, and out of bounds is just behind the trees. There are 2 bunkers, one on the right hand side and a deep one just behind. Yeah. The green has many subtle breaks, and if you are able to 2-putt for par, you should walk off this green with a smile.
Got it on camera. 2 of them. Beautiful.
Hole number 17. "17 is a straightaway hole with a fairway sloping from right to left. The fairway is bordered by trees along both sides from tee to green. There's a large bunker on the right side of the green, and on the left and behind the green, the land slopes sharply away from the green. The green slopes from back right to front left, and there are so many settle breaks that you should check carefully before each putt. The 18th is our signature hole, a difficult par 4 or 5. The top part of the hole is slightly downhill and requires accuracy off the tee. There's a solid wall of large fir trees all along the left side of the fairway and several willows on the right. The steep slope to the bottom part of the hole begins 150 yards from the green. At that point, the fairway turns 90 degrees to the right, and you are presented with a great view of the green and clubhouse. You can choose a risk-reward shot over a large pond and through tall trees guarding the green, or you can choose to lay up to the bottom of the hill and chip onto the green.
Come on, go in.
Shooting par on this hole is a great achievement.